NFL memes to convince your femboy best friend to finally come out of the closet. All right. That one was a little specific. I'm not gonna lie. Another week, another opportunity to make fun of Tua Tagovailoa. Unfortunately, this could not have been more true for the Ravens-Dolphins game. Number one, Tua Glazer, fraud, is ready to be casual. Tua's brain is so fried from CTE that he thinks that 60 minutes equals 4 hours.
Listen up. Hey, we got 60 minutes. 60 minutes tonight. 4 hours. Okay? 4 hours of making that feel you.
I see what happened, okay? I do see what happened, okay. Games are technically 60 minutes, but it's technically 4 hours. It doesn't work for the speech, but I'm gonna give Tua the benefit of the doubt on this one. Dolphins fan in the stands watching Tua.
Frustrating first half for the crowd here.
Ooh, that was a perfect lip read. Wow, that was a perfect lip read. That's exactly what he said.
First half for the crowd here.
Yeah! In the fans' defense, this was the most frustrating play of this entire game. 6-14 at halftime. Dolphins have the football, 50 yards to go. It's an obvious Hail Mary situation. Tua pump fakes and then automatically downs himself. Chooses not to throw the Hail Mary. Like, literally, though, like, what do you have to lose? Your team is 2-6. You guys suck. You're actually playing pretty good against the Baltimore Ravens right now, even though Lamar is back. And worst case scenario is what? A pick six? Under absolutely insane, miraculous odds, it's a pick six. Most likely it's incomplete. Maybe it's interceptive, but there's a chance that you do score. I mean, why even call Hail Mary if you're just gonna down yourself? Why not just go QB kneel? Why not just go victory formation and just kneel the half out if you're just gonna be a little bitch about it? This did piss me off, I'm not gonna lie. Never knew MAGA supporters were softer than liberals. Oh boy, the last slide's bad, isn't it? Ope, them MAGA snowflakes ain't gonna like that last slide. Yeah, the last slide must be really bad. The last slide is almost inevitably Charlie Kirk related. I've never seen a comment section of grown-ass men act more like little girls in my life. Last slide's, you know, this is an interesting internet phenomenon that I've seen, and I'm gonna say this before I get to the last slide, because I don't actually know that I can look at the last slide. It's gotta be pretty damn bad if the comment section looks like this. You guys ever notice this phenomenon where there's all these people in the comment section talking about how the opposition, everyone's so lame in this comment section, you guys are such pussies. Where, though? The top 3 comments I see are how MAGA supporters are soft, MAGA snowflakes are soft, and how the comment section is a bunch of little girls. Where? I actually agree with this comment. Y'all are fighting invisible comments. What comments are we talking about here? Who are you guys bitching at? Someone get Gordon on a team where he doesn't get blamed for a bad call. Last slide's diabolical. He's getting banned again. Dark humor bros when the joke. Oh, it is. Wow, God, I'm a genius. It's like I know Ghetto Gronk. It's like I know Ghetto Gronk personally. It's like I'm him. Dark humor bros when the joke is about Charlie Kirk and not about a minority or mass genocide. I will say, jokes about minorities, hilarious. Super funny. Always gets a good laugh out of me. Who are these comments arguing with? LMAO, when the last slide is diabolically racist, the comments are all just laughing with it. Make fun of old Kirk, and now it's too far and over the line. Nothing worse than the people who think everything is funny until it affects them. I don't even disagree with you. I'm just wondering who the fuck you guys are talking about. Scream at the last slide and close tab. Almost inevitably gonna happen. has a small wiener. Probably true. Damn the dark humor crowd not handling the last slide well. Scream. Are you guys all fucking schizophrenic? Straight up. I don't even mean like, are you guys all delusional? Who the fuck are you guys talking to? Dude, I see this, you see this from both sides of the political spectrum, and I like to always say that politics is on a spectrum, because if you're heavily interested in politics, you're probably on the spectrum. That's why I like to call it that. Instagram's dog shit. No, let me pull up my racist memes. Ah! All right, just to recap here, we have 10 separate comments about how nobody can take a joke, and not a single comment about anyone being offended about the joke. Everyone wants to just dunk on the opposition so bad that they'll just... Who the fuck are you guys yapping about, bro? Like, actually, I'm probably halfway down the comment section trying to find people criticizing the last slide, and I can't find any. never getting married? What the fuck? Where does that come from? Where's that from? MAGA is crying in the comments. Dude, you guys actually have fucking schizophrenia. I'm not kidding. This is straight up delusion. Diabolical last slide, but not as diabolical as the snowflakes in the comment section. Do we have access to a different internet? Are you guys all accessing the internet from China where there's some gigantic firewall that I can't see? Because what fucking comments are you talking about? There's not a single one. I actually haven't found one. Unless you guys are all dogpiling on like one pissed off guy, I don't see what the fuck you guys are talking about. It's very funny how MAGA is just as much of a soft snowflake as the liberals they're making fun of. All of you have schizophrenia. Cash grab. Ninja's crying about the last slide. not showing the last slide. I just shit my pants. These are the same man. You guys are fucking delusional. I haven't found one single comment. I haven't seen one single comment saying it's... Okay, I literally just found the first comment. There is one singular comment that says last slide is too far. What, are we all just dicking on this one single guy? What kind of circle jerk comment section is this? This is actually sad as fuck. Oh yeah, did you all... Oh yeah. Oh, MAGA can't take a joke. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how we're starting out today. Yeah, baby. All right, let's get back to the good stuff. Then I got to go look at this last slide at some point, don't I? Tua Tagovailoa sprinting to the podium to blame everyone but himself. As I was watching this Dolphins-Ravens game, it was the first game that I've watched of Tua's where I full-blown was so pissed off. I've surprisingly watched a lot of Dolphins games, and I'm always like looking for ways to defend Tua. And this game, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Also, this was absolutely fucking insane. 4th and 2 in the red zone. You could take the field goal to get 9 points, but you've already kicked 2 field goals, so I get it. It's like, okay, let's go for some points. We're not supposed to win this game anyway. Let's go for it. 4th and 2, 5 wide. You've got Jalen Waddle. You've got, I think this is Malik Washington. You've got Devon Achane with Kyle Hamilton in man coverage. And he runs a wheel route. And you throw it? What the fuck is this?
And it's going to be a...
Devon Achane is a track star. Devon Achane might be one of the fastest guys in the league, probably top 5. Kyle Hamilton is lanky and slow. I don't even know ball, and I could name 100 routes. Literally, I could make them up. I could make up 100 routes and 5 legitimate routes that actually would beat Kyle Hamilton most likely on this, especially in man coverage. And a fucking wheel route fade to the back of the end zone like this is Megatron is not it. This literally was one of... Okay, it's a bad play call from the jump. It's bad play call. Number 2, that is not the route you throw. You throw to literally anybody else before you throw the wheel route fade to fucking Devon Achane with Kyle Hamilton on it. This pissed me off so bad. I did not bet on this game. I do not care who wins. This was, watching this, you're just like, I hate this. Sport sucks. I don't want to watch this. What a bad, look at how they're booing. I would have been booing too. I mean, I'm not even going to blame Mike McDaniel for this. Unless this whole play is like, ignore the other 4 guys and just throw to Devon Achane. That's the only way you blame Mike McDaniel here. Otherwise, I'm blaming Tua. You got 4 other options. You go to your 5'9" guy on a fade? Frick, dude. I'm so fired. Mike McDaniel in the family turkey bowl when he's jobless by Thanksgiving. Yo, make sure you put an asterisk there before you throw up job in there. Dude, this guy was cooking. I never saw this full video, but like, in the rain, no gloves. No gloves in the rain. I mean, that's tight defense. I don't even know how he's kept, like, this is electric clip. Also, you guys ever seen that Breaking Bad episode where there's a fly and they spend the whole fucking episode trying to kill the fly? There is an actual fly in my room, and it's actually pissing me the hell off. And by the end of this meme video, I pray that we... Yo, other side note, you know, when you're an influencer, what a stupid ass term. Influence my nuts in your mouth. When you're an influencer, every once in a while... Oh, he's on my fucking monitor. Do I have to... He's literally right there on my monitor. He's staring me right in my fucking... Is that in the shot? I'll try and get him in the shot. You see him. He's right there. He's on the corner of the monitor. Fuck! It's literally the Breaking Bad episode. It's actually the Breaking Bad episode, because I can't get him. Oh yeah, when you're an influencer, sometimes companies will send you stuff, and never in my life have I worn Crocs. And they sent me this, and I thought, wow, that's fucking hideous. I don't like that at all. But then I put it on. Low-key comfy. Unbelievably comfy, actually. I have no dog in this fight. Would I wear it out the house? Absolutely not. Mike McDaniel after losing 28-6, but Tua only threw 1 interception. Oh, okay, Tua. Clueless head coach. This fly thing. This is gonna be a recurring thing. Tua knew he didn't have the arm for a 50-yard Hail Mary, so he just fell down. This is the exact play I was talking about.
Tua?
I don't even think that's what happened. I think he has the arm for it. I think he's thinking everyone's on my ass. I'm not trying to throw another interception. That's my conspiracy theory. How do you call a Hail Mary and not fucking throw the Hail Mary? Like, why play call it? Why even play call Hail Mary if your quarterback's gonna down himself? The refs really penalized Ollie Gordon because he slipped and lost his balance. This was a huge pickup too. I'm not gonna lie, Miami hilariously looked pretty good in this game. Like in the history books, it looked like they played like shit. But this was like a 30-yard completion to Jalen Waddle. And it was a horrible call.
It's not a foul. He gets him with the lower part of his rear end, torso or whatever. Doesn't raise his...
And it was a good ball, and it was caught. It was a huge gain. To some degree, though, this was kind of a hospital pass because he kind of floats it up there and then he gets fucking wrecked by Malachi Starks. Like, you put a little more zip on that. Regardless, it's a horrible call. But I don't know. I don't really know that Miami is anyway. And then his coach was pissed about him. The Dolphins running back coach went off on Ollie Gordon.
Yeah, that had been
Yeah, I would love to hear this conversation because if you just look at the replay, even if you're a coach and you're frustrated there's a flag, if you just look at the replay, just look at the Jumbotron. They're playing it in the stadium. You know, it was clearly not a penalty. Breaking, Lamar Jackson owns the Miami Dolphins. Mike McDaniel checking his email on the Dolphins. And what's this last slide? I will say, if this is like, yeah, I probably can't put this up on YouTube. Holy shit. Holy shit. You know what's crazy is that post is still up. I talk about this a lot. I think I'm going to do a full dissertation on it one day. You know, I just think the internet is so fucked up. I think the internet is so bad. A long time ago, 4 or 5 years ago, you couldn't post stuff like that. They would just take your account down. If you even made like, 9/11 jokes, any joke that was like ultra insensitive or crazy or nudity or pornography or anything like that, they would just take it off the internet. They'd auto ban you off the internet because, that stuff shouldn't just be floating out there. But now these companies, they all want to win the internet war so bad. Meta wants to beat out TikTok, wants to beat out fucking whoever, that they're just like, you know what? Go for it, bud. You guys just post whatever you want. I've actually noticed that in my own videos. YouTube has a monetization feature. It's very simple. If your video's kosher and good to go, you have full monetization. And way back in the day, I'd say like 4 or 5 years ago, if I was even like slightly racist, slightly homophobic, made like a small girl joke, even if I said the F word in the first 10 seconds, automatically demonetized, you'd probably make 90% less than what you would normally make. So if a video was gonna make $1,000, it'd make $100 instead. It is rare that I ever get a video actually full-blown demonetized. Isn't that crazy to think about? You click on my videos, you think no advertiser should want to be advertising on this guy's videos. I got no problem with that. Like, that's not the point. I'd rather be authentic and make less money. But it's just crazy how over the last 3 years, they just fucking unlocked the floodgates. And now it's just a cesspool of the worst shit ever. And that's why I hate Twitter. That app fucking blows. That is actual free reign territory. All right, I'm done yapping. I'm sorry. I'm in monologue. Parents, please check your kids' Halloween candy. I just found a Snickers bar filled with Geno Smith interceptions. The fall off of Geno needs to be said. Geno was actually really good this last week. This was before he played, but he was actually really good last week. Gotta give it to Ghetto Gruggs. This is a sick-ass edit, too. The green screen inside the Snickers bar, the Halloween music. This isn't the shit that you get out of NFLmemes.ig, that casual-ass fucking beta cuck Instagram page. My 90-year-old grandpa, when I jump scare him on Halloween and his heart gives out. Whoa! What are we doing, Ghetto Grug? This is the second slide, bro. This is the second slide. These kids think they're getting candy tonight when I'm really handing out 1 terabyte of Drake May highlights. Oh, yeah, baby. When I see a bowl of Halloween candy outside with the sign that says, please take one. Oh, if you need the context, I'm sure you already know, but this is Rasheed Rice's mom stealing a package off of her neighbor's doorstep. Girl, you turned and looked at the camera and still yoinked it. What are you thinking? Also, your son makes like $1 bazillion. I promise you that iPhone cord from Temu was not worth it. When your neighbor puts out 3 skeleton decorations, but you haven't seen his wife or kids in a while. I love this meme. The spider in my house watching me put up fake spider decorations after I just flattened his best friend with a flip-flop. That's me with this fly when I catch his little fraud ass. Tell you what, man. Sheesh. Me trick-or-treating at the neighbor's house in my throwback... What the fuck? Is this a whole slide of every slide that should be a last slide? What did I do? Hey, you know what? My MM monologue came at the perfect time. Sometimes the universe just works like that. The MM monologue about how you can post anything on the internet now couldn't be more true. This marks... Ooh, that's a banger. That's a banger. Context on this one. Mark Sanchez was doing wind sprints in a back alley in Indianapolis when he got in a fight with a 70-year-old man. He started beating up a 70-year-old truck driver who then defended himself from Mark Sanchez with a knife and stabbed Mark Sanchez. It is a crazy story, and Mark Sanchez's court date is coming up. It looks like Mark Sanchez might be going to jail, allegedly. This is all alleged. We have no idea what's going to happen. That is just what is being indicated right now. Me, a grown man, when I dress as Batman for Halloween and see a 10-year-old in a clown costume.
John Lattimore are both ejected.
Dude, those two fucking hate each other. Love that beef. Sad, though. Both of them are out for the season. Well, no. Mike Evans is coming back at the end. He's got a collarbone. And then Marshawn Lattimore, torn ACL. Sad news. Sad news. This is peak Halloween decorating. That's awesome. The most accurate Halloween costume ever. It's a banger. It's a banger. I was a blind referee for Halloween this year. I just literally had a referee costume and a blind walking stick. But it was fun, though, because I could go around to every girl and just go like this. I go, David, is that you? Honk. It was awesome. Dressing up as a prisoner on Halloween and getting arrested by the 10 out of 10s in police uniforms. Oh. The most unfunny, uncreative, least interesting guy that you know went as a prisoner for Halloween. That seems to be a universal fact. I know 0 interesting people who dress up as a prisoner for Halloween. And listen, it's okay to be uninteresting. Okay, we can't all be interesting. If everyone was interesting, then nobody would be uninteresting. We need people like you for people like me to thrive. So thank you for your service. It's just like everybody's always dogpiling on a girl for being a 3 or a 4 out of 10. It's like without a 3 and a 4, you have no gauge for what is an 8. Without an 8, you don't have a 10. So to all the 3s and 4s out there. When the 10 out of 10 at the Halloween party brings you upstairs and takes off her wig to reveal she is Drake May.
Now,
this is epic. We gotta bring this meme back. This was a banger. This was a banger. When you open the door for trick-or-treaters and are greeted with 6... Guys, what does YN stand for? Does anybody know? I feel like I should know, but I just have no idea. I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. When she texts you, oh my God, sorry, my phone died. 14 hours after she went to a Halloween party dressed as a police officer. Society is crumbling before our eyes, gentlemen. Me taking one last look at the Halloween party before stealing the PS5, turning on the gas stove, and leaving. Holy shit! Dude, I think Ghetto Grunk realized that he can actually post anything with immunity. I think he realized it. How it feels calling the cops on all the high school Halloween parties that have alcohol instead of trick-or-treat. Dude, it's so funny. This was the case in my neighborhood in Arizona. There was some, like, I don't know, senior and high school party nearby, and there were so many cars in the street, and it got flicked. It wasn't by me, but it was hilarious to watch. It was hilarious to watch all these high schoolers just spill out of a house and, like, freaking out and screaming, and I was like, wow, I'm a unk. And then I started rizzing them all up and just getting their number. When you sneak into Jesus, dude, I'm always on point. When you sneak into a freshman Halloween party to spot your boy, so you low-key say hi without blowing your cover. Then we go back to... This is the greatest ghetto gonk. I'm having a stroke. This is the greatest ghetto... Fuck! This is the greatest Ghetto Gronk slide compilation that I've ever seen. That's actually a tongue twister. Greatest Ghetto Gronk. Say YNs 3 times fast, but not the acronym. I want you to say the real word. When my neighbor compliments the dismembered body parts in my yard, they aren't Halloween decorations. I just ran. That is a crazy-ass laugh. That is a psycho laugh. Is this AI? Is this from something serious? Does he really laugh like that? When Halloween is over, but your neighbor... Woo! Wait, why is there a comment about... All these slides are fine with everybody, but one Charlie Kirk slide in the comment section starts crying. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Are you so delusionally brainwashed to hate the opposing political party that you've just reduced yourself to 6 IQ? There's not even a Charlie Charlie Kirk slide in here? Is this guy referencing... Okay, I assume that the Russian cosmonaut is referencing the last one that did have a Charlie Kirk, referencing the comments that don't exist, referencing his own schizophrenia. There's not a single comment in here that says anything about the last slide. Good Lord, you guys are fucking bums. It actually pisses me off. People on the internet, dude. Oh, who can circle jerk faster? Oh, come circle jerk me off. Oh, let's circle jerk each other off. Oh. Diabolical second slide. How are all of these the last slide? Has to be the most cynical slides to date. skipping the second. I didn't skip it. I did, didn't I? I did kind of skip it. Screams me. I kind of skipped them all. Yeah, if Charlie Kirk wasn't safe, Hamlin definitely isn't. I get, like, for the record, if you want my opinion on, like, putting Charlie Kirk in a slide, I do think the guy kind of just died. So whether it's political or not, I don't think it's... I don't know, I feel like even if we, like... I don't know, even if we assassinated a terrorist, even if the U.S. went into a country and assassinated, like, the worst guy ever, I don't think I would celebrate even his death or her death. I don't know, you can't really get into what's okay to joke about and what's not okay to joke about. It's kind of hard to say, but, you know, Damar Hamlin lived. Damar Hamlin's around to joke with us about it. I don't think anyone dying is particularly funny. likes, oh my God. Bro, don't out me like that, bro. Daniel Jones' 8-week insanity run is finally over. Steelers look really good. Daniel Jones looked really bad. Although I agree, I don't know if I'm ready to tolerate Daniel Jones slander quite yet. Every Giants fan has seen this look on Daniel Jones' face before. It's a good run, Colts.
It just seems like a flustered version of the Colts offense. This is
third. He does, you know, Daniel Jones has a very anxious looking face. Daniel Jones always looks like he's on the verge of, like, crying or, like, having a panic attack. But he looks like that always. I think one thing that is to be noted about the Indianapolis Colts, when Jonathan Taylor rushes for 120 yards every game and 2 touchdowns, it's hard to beat any team. If the run game is that good, it's hard to beat any team. And guess what? The Steelers stopped the run. Jonathan Taylor had like 16 carries for 45 yards, his worst game this season by far. That's how you beat the Indianapolis Colts. Giants Daniel Jones talking to Colts Daniel Jones.
I have a new world to conquer.
Get out of my head. What does he say here?
Make me sick. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Please. Hide in the shadow.
I gotta learn. Steelers fans held a funeral for their defense before facing...
For the Steeler defense?
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Well, what were you thinking, bro? The steel curtain was back in action. Steelers defense after France held a funeral for them in the parking lot. Oh my God. WWE is so fucking funny. Daniel Jones when Jonathan Taylor doesn't... Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I'm not even knocking Daniel Jones. I'm just saying, like, yeah, when the run game's that good, everything's pretty easy. The Bengals just let this guy walk into their stadium and drop 47 on them. You know, I hate to break it to you fellas, but this is just the direction we're heading. Like, Caleb Williams is going to be one of the best, highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's still going to be rocking the zestiest ass shit, and he's still going to be banging 10 out of 10s, and we're all just going to have to suck it up. Like, you might adapt or perish. Okay, do you want to be an old, grumpy man stuck in your ways, or do you want to simply accept that this is how it is? I learned a long time ago, if I didn't like girls so much, I'd be gay. Tell you what. Bears versus Bengals was absolute cinema. It was actually cinema. It was absolute cinema. Any game where the defenses are dog shit is cinema. But I love watching Bengals games. I love watching Dallas Cowboys games. Always bangers. The Bengals gave up a game-winning touchdown on this play. Yeah, it's embarrassing. What the Cincinnati Bengals are doing is embarrassing for the sport. Sorry to shit on the Cincinnati Bengals. But how are you going to let Joe fucking Flacco throw 470 yards and lose? It should be a miracle in and of itself. It should be the most preposterous thing that a 41-year-old Joe Flacco throws 470 yards. Even on top of that, it's more miraculous that you end up losing that game. It's insane. All that Bengals defense shaking behind him, but Ben Johnson was locked in.
Delay of game.
Yeah, Ben. Don't turn around, Ben. The Bengals defense trying to tackle Colson Loveland with the game on the line. This clip is so funny. Where do we think this kid is now? Do you think this kid knows? He has to, bro. He has to. I don't know how old these kids are, like 12 maybe? Something like that. you know he watches this bag, bro. Hey, you know what though? You know what coach told him? Coach said, listen, man, you're the DB. Your job is to force him inside. Let the linebackers make the tackle. He technically did it. Pretty sus effort. But he did his job. Bills, when it comes to beating the Chiefs in the regular season, only to shit themselves versus the Chiefs in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I can see it happening. I also think, you know what I think? Because I know you guys are really interested in what I think. Sometimes I think Andy Reid intentionally plays poorly in the regular season or doesn't even remotely reveal his actual playbook in the regular season. I think Andy Reid's like, fuck it. So long as we make the playoffs, that's when I'll actually dig in my bag of tricks and start like playing real football. I swear to God, he does it on purpose. That's not that groundbreaking. Like, I'm sure a lot of teams do that, but I think Andy Reid's the goat of it because every time I see Andy Reid in a Super Bowl, he's just got this like, I'll remember the first Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl when Andy Reid kept scoring touchdowns on the most simple motion play ever. They would motion a receiver over, stop, and motion him back. And the entire Philadelphia Eagles defense did not know what to do with it. They scored like 3 touchdowns on it. And it's like, you know, Andy Reid knew that the whole fucking time. He just didn't want to pull that out of he didn't want to use that until it was the big game. I don't know if what I just said made any sense, but I don't really care because you're watching it, you stupid idiot. Joey Bosa got through so fast that he thought it was a screen.
17.
Wait, that's fucking hilarious. I didn't see this. I never watched Joey Bosa on this play. That's crazy. I assume there was something else wrong happened here. Wow, that's hilarious. This is a free sack. That's a free fucking sack right there. And they don't convert this. That's insane. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Josh Allen has been taking acting lessons from Haley. The worst throw of all time, followed by the worst drop of all time. Yeah, how the fuck did the Packers lose to the Panthers? I know how the Packers lost to the Panthers because they threw on the shittiest uniforms you've ever seen in your whole life. You know what I do like about these uniforms? The like vintage looking helmet is sick. Outside of that, what on earth are we doing? How is this even... I mean, those of you who know Green Bay Packers lore better than me, please let me know. But how on earth is like navy, mustard, shit, brown? How is this a color scheme? As I know the Green Bay Packers, they're green, yellow, and white.
Eyes up, arms waving, lofts it up there.
That is legit. No way he dropped this.
Oh, that's picked nearly by Mike Jackson.
Well, you know what? It's a good drop.
It's drop. It's
I'm sure he didn't mean to do it on
Carolina
purpose.
ball regardless. But Jackson, had he picked...
He's just pissed that he doesn't have the interception. That was a horrible pass. Wait a minute. That was a good drop, though. Oh, like it would have been a pick 6? Because they're at the 30, so the drop puts them right back at the 30. Oh, no. They're way up here. Holy shit. Wait, no. This was a dog shit drop. Sorry, I didn't see this play. Oh, he had a fucking touchdown, didn't he? He might have got caught by Dobbs. That's insane. That's the classic. It's so easy, it's hard. Transition layup when you're down by 10, that is going in guaranteed, even if it's slightly contested. Game-winning layup when there's absolutely nobody in front of you, you just might brick it. The Patriots finally have their own version of Taylor Swift at Chiefs games.
Sitting with Cardi B. Today, Cardi here to watch.
It's honestly a very cute relationship, though. Not that, like, you know, I don't keep up with celebrity relationships. I couldn't give a fuck else, but I feel like they're a good match. You know what I'm saying? Frankly, I think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are a good match, too. But what the NFL needs to understand is that me, myself, the NFL audience, we're racist and we're misogynist. And we don't give a shit about your agenda. I want football, baby. I want to be angry and drink beer. Incredible Drake London touchdown, only for Parker Romo to miss the game-tying PAT. Its only purpose is to destroy itself. Yeah, missing that PAT was criminal. The Falcons just love losing to the Patriots. You know what? I'm not even shocked anymore, Ghetto Gronk. I'm literally not even shocked anymore. Nothing will shock me or surprise me after your last entire slide of slides that I should have clicked out of. Retire those Packers uniforms immediately. Agreed. Drake, May. Can't have one bad game, I see. Mad the Lions lost to the Vikings. We didn't lose to the Vikings. The NFL is rigged. The Vikings cheated. And it was Lions versus the refs the entire game. And you think, oh, MMG's being delusional. MMG's being funny on purpose. No, they cheated. We should have won that game. 100 times out of 100, we win that game. The only time the Minnesota Vikings win that game is when JJ McCarthy sleeps with the commissioner's daughter. Okay, go look it up. That's real. I didn't just make that up right now. I made that up right now. Don't go fucking saying something stupid. I made that up. The thing is like, I'm not gonna make excuses for my team losing. Like, we lost because they cheated and the NFL is rigged. You know, I can accept that. I'm not gonna make excuses for my team. All right, gentlemen, I would just like to remind you that you're so incredibly handsome. I love you. What else do I want to remind you? Oh, yes. If you're feeling like shit, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling dread, despair, whatever, man, just remember it's not permanent. The way that you feel now or anything that's happened to you or anything that you've done is not how your entire life has to be. Tomorrow is guaranteed. You just got to show up for it. So if you're feeling down right now, anything like that, it's not permanent. Tomorrow's a new day, baby. All right, I love you. You're so handsome. I'll see you in the next meme review.